In this activity, your teacher will use a balloon bell jar model to show how the movements of the diaphragm bring about inhalation and exhalation. The bell jar model contains a glass tube, a Y-piece, 2 balloons and a rubber sheet. Which structure of the human body does each part in the model represent? Now, your teacher will pull the rubber sheet downwards and then release it. Observe the balloons carefully. How does the shape of the balloons change? In this activity, we use a balloon bell jar model to show how the movements of the diaphragm bring about inhalation and exhalation. The glass tube represents the trachea in human bodies, the Y-piece represents the bronchus, the balloons represent the lungs, the rubber sheet represents the diaphragm, and the wall of the bell jar represents the rib cage. Pulling the rubber sheet downwards simulates the action of the diaphragm when we breathe in, that is, inhalation. Intercostal muscles contract. The rib cage moves upwards and outwards. Diaphragm muscles contract. The diaphragm becomes flattened. The volume of thoracic cavity increases. The lungs expand and the air pressure inside becomes lower than the atmospheric pressure. Air rushes into the lungs. Now your teacher will push the rubber sheet upwards and then release it. Observe the balloons carefully. How does the shape of the balloon change? Pushing the rubber sheet upwards simulates the action of the diaphragm when we breathe out, that is, exhalation. Intercostal muscles relax. The rib cage moves downwards and inwards. Diaphragm muscles relax. The diaphragm returns to dome shape. The volume of thoracic cavity decreases. The lungs become deflated and the air pressure inside becomes higher than the atmospheric pressure. Air is forced out of the lungs.